Oh. that was so easy. Wow. I'm so glad I tried this and I didn't go buy a tie rod separator. Okay, I got it loose. Finally. What it took was lifting up the car and then turning this all the way out, putting this on it, going that way, and pressing on it with my foot, and I loosened it. Okay, from fully tightened, this is how many turns it'll take. Uh, 18. Yeah, let's say 18. Oh, there we go. Now it's spinning. That's all it took. 3 hours of angle grinder. Look at that grit. That's what is keeping it stuck on there. Oh, that'll work. I'm just pushing it off. That won't work. That little hose right there, that's supposed to go into this hole that's on the boot, as this hole is lets it get filled up with fluid. That's interesting. I didn't know it actually did that. So the boot holds fluid, and that would explain why it was leaking for me. Holy crap. Can't even see what I'm doing. Get the boot on the steering rack, and I gotta get that hole lined up with the hose, and I can't even see what I'm doing, and I can't go underneath because the frame rail is in the way. I'm gonna have to apologize in advance. I don't really like doing videos where I just show you the end result without showing how I did it, but this was just nearly impossible to film. So you guys are gonna have to take my word for it, but that right there, that is the hose that goes into the boot, and that little hole. After I got that little line into the rubber boot, I just shoved the whole thing on to the steering rack. Then I'm gonna clamp it down, and this rubber boot didn't come with a nice metal clamp. It came with a zip tie, so I'm gonna figure something else out because I don't trust that zip tie at all. But yeah, this is how easy it was to film, which is why you didn't get to see anything, and I'm sorry, but this is how it has to be. Okay, so in case you didn't get what I was trying to say with the car half an inch away from my face, this is the where the power steering metal line goes into this hole. And the hose sticks out just enough where it has to go on first, and then this one has to go on after the hose is in here, but you have zero room to reach your hand in there, and you have the frame right here if you're underneath the car, so you can't see what you're doing. You just have to reach around and just try to feel without looking to get that hose in first. And then once that's in, then this can be slid on. And that's what I couldn't show, but that's what was happening. Alright, I didn't have any better options, so I just used the zip tie that came with the rubber boot to clamp it on. That's when you know you have a quality part, is when it comes with its own zip ties. Now, I can't go any further because I still need to replace this bolt or this nut that I cut, which I didn't cut it all the way through, so now I can just go to the hardware store and then see what it threads onto, and I'll know what size this is because I don't know what size it is. So that shouldn't be too difficult, hopefully. Once I do that, then I can continue putting on the brand new tie rod end. Ooh. Threads on nicely until it becomes flush, and then it gets stuck. Does that mean that it doesn't fit? Why would it thread on that far if it wouldn't fit? If it wouldn't fit, you wouldn't be able to thread on in the first place, right? Now, I'm not saying you should do this, but it's what I did. And I just threaded that on, ramrodded it all the way down the thread. Good old-fashioned brute force seemed to do the trick. Whatever it was catching on is still kind of there. But I can at least sort of get that on as far as I can. There. Oops. Way too much. actually, considering how stuck that thing was on there, I don't think that's enough anti-seize. I think it's spinning. Yep. The whole thing is spinning. How cool is that? I can't tighten it because the ball joint stud, or the tie rod stud, is just spinning inside of here. So I can't tighten it. Oh, this should be easy. Ended up having to cut the video recording short yesterday when I was working on this. So I had to go do something else, but I ended up, just as a last resort, ended up impacting it on, and the ball joint stopped spinning and it tightened on all the way. So I'm just gonna call that good and call this project done, because I would like to drive the car again.